What's up, rock stars? Coach Betty Rocker here. Welcome to this Strong Body Power Blast workout. Now for today's workout, you'll just need some space to move and some assorted weighted objects. This is kind of a full body workout today with a little bit more of a focus on the lower body. So have something that you think would be appropriate, but of course you can change as we go. You'll also want something to lean against, an elevated surface of some type. We're gonna start out with some hip thrusts to get us going. So make sure that you are somewhere that you have some space to work in. And I'm going to go ahead and come right down now to get those hamstrings and glutes warmed up. So come to the side of your couch or any elevated surface that you can lean up against. And we'll go ahead and grab either a single weighted object to put across our lap, or if you're comfortable putting two weighted objects in your hip creases, you can also cradle them that way. Of course, you can also be using a barbell if you have that equipment available. Now I'm going to brace my back up against my couch. My shoulder blade tips, the base of them is sort of at the corner, and I'm in this tabletop position, knees bent at 90 degrees. From here, I'm going to lower the glutes down, powerfully come up, and I'm going to add a little pause at the top and then lower down again. Up again, pause, and I'm holding for about 3 seconds here. In my head, I'm counting 1001, 1002, 1003, and adding a nice squeeze at the top. Now this is your first set, so you're calibrating here. See how many reps that you can do in this first set with the weight that you've chosen. If it's way more than 12 reps, well, for your next set, you know what's going to happen. I'm going to invite you to add more resistance. If it's about 8 reps, you're right in the zone. Anywhere between 8 to 12 reps is in the zone of the amount of resistance I'd like you to use for today's workout. If it's lower than 8 reps, well, that's pretty badass too, but feel free to go a little lighter if you want to. See what you're comfortable with. This is your first set. It's ideal to be in that 8 to 12 rep range, maybe even closer to the top of the 8 to 12 rep range as you're just getting into this today. Oh, I think I've got maybe 2 more to go myself. What I'm looking for here is something called an end feel. That's where I start to really feel fatigue in the muscle groups that we're working, namely the glutes and hamstrings, and I don't want to do any more reps. So when you get to that end feel, which may be past me, it may be before me, you can stop and set your weighted objects off to the side and take a quick breather. Don't let me rush you. This is your workout. Think about that end feel and what that feels like for you ideally. And as you're recovering from that first set, maybe you want to grab some water, something to get hydrated with, or maybe you've got some Rock and Restore handy and get some aminos in your system, helping to support the repair that your muscle tissue will go through after our workout. Because remember, what does a workout do? It breaks down muscle tissue. It's after our workout, when we're recovering, refueling, that we're repairing and helping it grow back stronger. Our second move is called a KANG Squat. And this is a combination of a squat and a deadlift. So here's another one I want you in an 8 to 12 rep range. If you've done these with me before, you may have some idea of a good place to start. But if not, go ahead and just guess, and we'll see how many reps we can do. We're going to start out in the center of our mat with our feet about hip distance apart, rolling the shoulders back and down into the sockets, core is braced. From here, we're just going to squat, keeping the weights at our sides. Back stays very straight here, core is braced. Straighten your legs out, coming to a flat back, keeping the weights in close to your shins, and then pull up, coming into that deadlift. Once again, squat it down, hinge the hips back, back stays very straight, powerfully come up. It's essential that you keep those weights in close to your legs and shins as you work through these 2 moves. That's because we want to protect the back and we don't want to let the weights sort of float out away from our body. That would actually pull on your lower back. So be very aware as you move through your squat and your Romanian deadlift. Awesome job. I really, really love this move for the mobility, the core and hip engagement. It's a real great combo move that works awesome with dumbbells. So you can really play around with the amount as you build that strength, and also you're building body awareness. Work to keep those shoulders back. Go to your own end feel and count your reps as you go so you can reference that back when you do your second set. Woo! I think I've got maybe 2 to go. Really look for that end feel. What does that feel like to you when you start to get really fatigued in that position and you want to take a break? Heart rate should be up a little bit. Awesome job. Don't let me rush you. You may stop before me or go past me. This is your workout. Quick breather. And I'll talk to you about the warrior burpees that we're going to do for our third move. We won't be here for long, about 45 seconds. And the warrior burpee is a little different than a regular burpee. There's no push-up, yay! And what we do is we add a little mountain climber, a cross-body mountain climber when we come down into our plank, and when we come up, we're gonna kick. So go ahead and let's practice a couple slow. Squat it down, plant your hands below shoulders, step or jump your feet back. Cross your knees to opposite elbows. That's your cross-body mountain climber. Step or jump your feet in under your seat, and then you can jump up or step up, 2 front kicks or 2 fast knees. Let's do it again. Down, back, cross, cross, forward, knee drive or front kick. Yes, you can also do this elevated. So you can elevate your hands, come up, and drive those knees or drive those kicks. I'm gonna start the timer right now. Here we go. Come on down. Oh, look, I almost did a push-up. So flawsome. I'm so trained. Let's go, rock stars. Warrior burpees, cross-body mountain climber at the base, getting a little bonus core action. Coming up and kicking or doing double knees, getting some bonus lower abdominals again. Awesome job. Cross, cross, powered up, kick, kick. Awesome. Option to do low impact or elevated. You got this. So strong. Cross, cross, powered up, kick, and kick. You got about 10 seconds to go. You're almost there. When you come into that plank, keep your back flat, hands stacked just below shoulders. Last 3, 2, last one, finish where you are. Great job. Yeah, power. So strong. Take a breather. We're gonna come back into our hip thrusts, round 2. Now have a think for a second about how many reps you did in your first set of hip thrusts. Were you past 12 or were you under 8? What amount of resistance will it take to get you between 8 and 12 reps where you need to stop and can't go past 12? We're gonna add that pause again at the top, adding an additional challenge by getting those glutes and hamstrings a little bit more time under tension. So get your weighted objects. Grab one weighted object to put across your lap or 2, 1 in each hip crease. We're gonna set ourselves up, bracing our back up against our elevated surface, coming up to that reverse tabletop. Check in, knees bent to 90 degrees, lower it down, powered up, 3, 2, 1, release. Again, use your breath, as in don't forget to breathe. Lower down and press it up. Count your reps for yourself. And hey, if you're just not having the amount of resistance that enables you to stay under 12 reps, do more reps. Fatigue your muscles one way or the other. This is just a suggestion, and I just wanted to give you the chance to calibrate within a rep range to help you as you continue to progress and get stronger. Because what's the thing about progressive overload is that it's when you're using the same amount of resistance. Say you were able to get 12 reps for a few weeks with that amount of resistance, and then you used heavier resistance and you were able to get 8 reps. And then slowly you were able to use that same heavier resistance to build up, and you were suddenly doing 10 or 12 reps with the heavier resistance. That means you got a little stronger, and you could then go even heavier. So that's how progressive overload works. And if we have some opportunity to calibrate by using a rep range that sort of is the same, that helps us over time. So if that doesn't make sense, don't worry about it. Just do your reps, focus on your breathing and your core, and when you get to the top of your rep range, take a break. That was clearly enough for me. I'm just gonna have some more rock and restore. Please have some water, whatever you're drinking. And we'll move into our second set of KANG squats. How did that first set of KANG squats feel for you? Did you want to go any heavier? Did it feel just about right? It's totally normal for that move to be a little adjustment, getting used to if you're newer to it. But if you've worked on it before and you're working on building your form and your strength, that's awesome too. So just approach it where you're at, select your amount of resistance for that second set. And if you hear some crashing and banging going on, my house is getting some work done on it. So I'm really practicing staying present in my body and blocking out all the other things going on around me right now, which is something I love about working out. So stand tall, shoulders back, core braced. We're gonna squat it down, keeping the weights in close, hinge the hips back, straightening the legs, and then pull those weights up our shins. Again, squat, hinge, pull. Really work to brace through your core. And if you've done blueberry spine with me before, you know how to really brace that core. And if you're not sure what it should feel like, imagine you were bracing your abs for a punch. That's a simple way to picture it. Don't let your shoulders round forward or creep forward. I know that if you're holding any amount of resistance, it's easy to do that. Stay focused on your form. Stay focused on that nice stable base you're creating with your feet. Great job. Weight should come back as if you were sitting to a chair, and your back stays very straight. It's not straight up and down, but from your head to your sacrum is a straight line. When you get to the top of your rep range, where you start to feel like, whew, I don't know if I can do anymore, you're gonna take a breather, setting your weighted objects down safely with control, and we'll do our second set of warrior burpees. Whew. Great work, Rockstar. Okay, I've showed you all the variations for the warrior burpees. Get yourself in position. Feel free to pause the video if you need just a little bit more rest. Listen to your body. I'm gonna start the timer now. Here we go. Down, back, cross body mountain climber, power forward. Give me 2 kicks or 2 high knees. Keep your back straight. One thing that you can really think about with your gaze when you're in that plank is that it's about 6 inches in front of you, so you're not looking down at your feet, not cranking your head up. Come on, you got this. Kick and kick. Cross that body with those knees, and then forward kicks or forward knees. Be sure to be mindful of your hand position. You've got 10 seconds to go. Come on. So good. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Woo! Power it through. Finish strong. Great job. One last set of those 3 moves. You can join me in front of your elevated surface once you catch your breath and think about what amount of resistance you want to give yourself for this very last set of hip thrusts with the pause. The pause is one of the things that can make lighter weight feel heavier. If you were just repping out regular hip thrusts, you don't spend as much time in the engaged, squeezed, contracted position, so you could probably do more with the same amount of weight. So with the pause, you're adding what I called earlier, time under tension. So more time for the muscles that are working to be under that tension, under that contraction position, so they fatigue more quickly. So it's a fun way to challenge your body in a new way, build strength. So go ahead and get those weighted objects in your hip creases. Come on up into your reverse tabletop position. Lower your hips down and get ready. Come on up, press up, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, press up, count, and release. You got this. Go at your own pace. Make sure your knees are bending to 90 degrees when you come up into that tabletop position. Make sure your feet are pressing down evenly. Make sure you feel comfortable with the weight in your hip creases. You can always put a towel across your lap if the pressure is bothering you at all. Woo! And it's okay if your back kind of comes back farther than mine, or if you want to keep yourself curled into sort of a C curl here with your chest. either position. It's all about your glutes lifting and squeezing. Go to your end feel, and when you get to the top of that rep range, lower it down safely with control. Don't let me rush you if you're still going and you've got a couple more in the tank. Finish them strong. Give it what you can. Take a quick breather, and we'll move into our last set of KANG squats. So exciting. Give your body a little recovery time in between your moves. Catch your breath. That's going to give you more power for your next move when you've taken a little bit of recovery. You don't want to just power into the next move without any recovery at all. And you're going to feel different ways on different days. Your sleep amount and quality, your stress levels, where you're at in your cycle, those will all dictate how much you need of recovery and how hard you can push. So just listen to your body. When you're ready, go ahead and grab your weighted objects, checking in with yourself. Are you in that 8 to 12 rep range? Again, and if not, how can you get there? Shoulders come back into their sockets, core is braced, feet are about hip distance apart. We're going to send our hips back, coming into our squat, knees track in alignment with toes. Straighten the legs, powerfully come up, squeezing the glutes at the top. When you come into that deadlift position, weights are in, touching your shins, and we pull the weights straight up the legs, keeping the core braced. Nice job. Why do we keep the core braced? Why do I harp on that constantly? Well, that's to actually engage a deep core muscle called the transverse abdominal muscle. That's a very important muscle. You can picture it almost like your body's natural weight belt, and it supports your pelvis and your pelvic alignment as you hinge and straighten. It's going to keep everything aligned. So just get used to tuning into that. Now, when you get to the top of your rep range for those KANG squats, safely set your weighted objects down, keeping them in close to your body. Nice work. Catch your breath. Don't let me rush you. You might still be going for a couple more reps. We have one last set of warrior burpees. Give you a chance to cool it down briefly. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hit it. Down, back, crossbody mountain climbers. Come on up. Give me 2 kicks. Nice job. Come on down, cross it over, up, power it up on those kicks. Come on, rock star, you got this. Woo! So strong, so powerful. Up and kick. Nice work. Down, back, cross it over, up, and kick, and kick. You got this. Cross, cross, up, and kick. I think I'm having a successful experience when my hair starts to fall out of its clip. I'm like, yes, you're going for it. Come on, last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Catch your breath. We're going to move into our second superset. You rocked that first superset. Give yourself a nice pat on the back and be sure to cool it down, have some water, have some rock and restore. Take a quick breather. Okay. Now, in last week's class, we worked on a Turkish half get up. And I'm going to show that for the first rep. But we're going to do a full get up today as an option. So lay on your back, bend your right knee, straighten out through your left arm, and extend your right arm up, holding a fairly light piece of resistance because we want to be conservative. Brace your core in this position. From here, using the strength of your left elbow and left hand, sit up and then drive your hip up into the air, squeezing your glute at the top. Nice. Lower down and all the way onto your back. Now, as an option today, you can draw your left foot underneath you, and using anything that you need to, you can come up to standing. Keep your gaze up through your arm. Lower back down the same way you came up. If this is not available or really doesn't feel supported, do the half get up. That is a great variation, and I want you to continue working on it. If you're cool with the full get up, you can do it with just your own body weight. You can hold on to a dumbbell or weighted object like I am today, and keep looking up through your arm that's up. Use your elbow, hand, and strength of your core to help you sit up. This is such an amazing move, whether you're doing the halfway version or the full version, because in our day-to-day lives, we have to get up and stand up all the time. And this is just a great way to work on all of the integrated strength pieces that do that for us and help support you over time. Let's do a few on the other side. Lower it all the way down. Straighten out your right leg, bend the left knee. Bring your left arm up into the air and use your right hand to help you sit up. Keep looking up through your left arm and lift your left glute up. Lower down. That is the half get up, which you can continue to do. Or you can start to draw your right foot underneath you, coming fully up into standing, and lower back down the same way you came up. Use your elbow and hand to support you. Really tons of core stability and strength, lots of glutes and calves working here. Awesome job. Work on what you can today. Remember, it's all or something. There's plenty of things I'm not even doing because they're beyond where I am right now. So don't ever feel like you're not doing enough. If you're not doing exactly what I'm doing, I'm sure I'm not doing what a more advanced variation is, which maybe would be holding a barbell or something like that. And I'm so proud of my body for where it's at right now. I'm so appreciative of all it does for me. I want you to keep that in mind as you go. Focus on your form, do these moves pain-free, and thank your body for all it is doing for you. Take a quick break. Great job on that first set. That was awesome. We'll work on that more and refine it more in our second set with rep ranges. I just wanted you to get the lay of the land. And we're gonna do a set of burpees. Yes, actual burpees with a push-up. So, options for that, of course. You can come down, you can come back slowly, you can do a kneeling push-up, you can step it in, and you can come up into a body squat. You can do a variation of that, a jumping knee push-up like that. You have lots of options. So we are going to start out with about 45 seconds. So give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's hit it. Your chosen variation. When you come into your plank, make sure your back is nice and flat. Make sure your hands are stacked below your shoulders. Keep your core braced. Not here for long. You can totally stop before me at any point if you get a little too winded, but keep it going for as long as you can, Rockstar. We're here. We showed up for this. You got this. So strong. Focus on your form. When you come into that plank, gaze stays in front of you. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Take a break, catch your breath, and we're moving into our second set of get-ups. So in this second set, we are going to think more a little bit about how much resistance is appropriate for us to be using for the get-up. So in your first set, maybe you already had a good idea, but that was a really good calibration set. If you felt like it was a little too easy and you could have done more reps on each side, challenge yourself a little more. Just keep in mind that you're holding it with your shoulder. So anytime we're holding something with our shoulder, we want to be sure that our shoulder is safe and protected. So we've got everything locked into place and we're not overexerting ourselves. It's already a ton of engagement coming from the floor to standing. Bend your right knee. Press your chosen amount of resistance, which could also just be body weight, up over your chest, and lift yourself up. Get your feet underneath you, come to standing, or come to that halfway position, working your glutes. Lower down with control. Press it up, stand tall, lower down. All the way down, great job. Lift it up, press it up, count your reps, see how many you can do before you get fatigued. No judging yourself. Just have fun with this. There's a lot of people who tell me, oh, I hate it when you do burpees, or I hate it when you do reverse burpees, because I know that those moves are really challenging. They also have you coming from the floor to standing, and that's part of why they're so tough. That's why we practice these things. That's why I challenge you with them, because of how much good they do for your entire body as you go through time. So be kind to yourself in this process. When you get to the top of your rep range on that first side, you'll bend your left knee, straighten your left arm up high, right arm comes out to stabilize you. Don't let me rush you, and as always, feel free to start before me. Count your reps. Do your best to get the same number of reps on both sides. Keep that arm really pressing straight up overhead. So good. Come on, rock star. Up, press up, lower down, press it up, and lower down. You got this. Use the strength of your core. Use your hand to stabilize you behind you. Lower it down. Go to the top of your rep range. Listen for your own end feel. And when you're there, you can set everything off to the side. We'll take a break. Do our second set of burpees, powering through this. You are powering through. Catch your breath. Awesome work. Think of a good compliment for yourself right now. Whew, you deserve it. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Burpee time. Down, push it up. Come on up. Powerful jump. Down, push it up. Come on up. Power it up. Great job. Come on, rock stars. Let's go. So strong. Push and jump. Good. Hands stacked below shoulders. Elbows come out to the side in your push-up option to take the knee push up. Great work. Come on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Great work. One last set of get-ups, and you are done. You are done with those. Come on down to your mat. Think about how much resistance might be just right for you for this last set. And we're not going to be here for very long. Lay on your back, brace through your core. Right arm comes up, right knee is bent. Lift it up. Come underneath you with your opposite foot. Lift up. Keep gazing up through your right extended arm. And it's kind of like your peripheral vision is going up there, but your head is slightly tilted up so that you're not looking down at any point. Nice work. Lower it down. Come on up. Great job. You got this. Woo! When you get to the top of your rep range on that first side, you can go ahead and switch it out. Left knee is bent, right leg is extended. We're coming up, same way we did on the other leg. Lower it down, use your abs, use your core, use your glutes to stand. So good. Come on, rock stars. You got this. Lower down. Don't forget to breathe. Keep your core braced. Anytime you've got your arm up above your head, we want to fight for control in the core, not allowing the back to arch. When you get to the top of your rep range on that second side, set your weighted object off to the side. You already completed 2 rounds of burpees. I'd say that was plenty for today. Amazing work, Rockstar. Thank you so much for joining me for that workout. Now, if you're in Rock Your Life, you'll find the quick cool down stretch that I created just for this workout below this video inside the members area. And if you're not one of our amazing members of Rock Your Life, well, this is your invitation to join us. We would love to invite you into our wonderful, amazing fitness membership that includes tons of 30-day challenges. There are 7-day, 14-day, 21-day challenges in case you like a shorter term commitment. We've got all different types of programs of different lengths of workouts and different equipment options from body weight all the way up through what we did something like today, or even heavier equipment as well. We really give a lot of support and advice to women in different life stages. So whether you're still in your regular cycling years, you're in the midst of the perimenopause transition, or you're post-menopause, we have something for you and we would love to support you on your journey. There's healthy recipes inside of our membership, plus you get access to our Facebook community where we offer daily support to our members if you choose to partake in social media. If not, we're available via email anytime and would love to support you in any way that we can. So grab a trial to rock your life just below with the link. And if you're a returning member, welcome back. We've got a special button just for you. As always, I'm Betty Rocker. You are so awesome, blossom, and amazing. I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye for now.